Alright, I don't want to waste your time, so I'm gonna just jump right into the action. Minecraft has updated oceans, caves, mountains, villages, the nether, basically everything, except the end. And at this point, I don't think that's an accident, and I'm here to tell you why. Now, before we jump into why Mojang won't update the end dimension, we need to look at the history of Mojang for this to make sense. In 2009, a small creator named Notch was working on a game not to be fully released yet called Cave Game. Eventually, this went on to be called Minecraft and was fully released. While not popular at first, things changed. Its popularity shot up like a rocket in late 2011 and has only gotten more popular since. However, this is where the important parts come into play. In 2020, Mojang released the Nether update. Players had been asking for this for years. Not soon after, they released Caves and Cliffs Part 1 and 2. Players had also been asking for this for years. But how does this relate on why Mojang will never release an end update? Well, after doing extensive research, I've concluded that they will not add an end update simply because the players want it. And Mojang is genius for it. Now, before you go to the comments and start talking about how stupid I am, please let me explain. Now, at first, this theory of mine might not make sense at all. I mean, if players want something and they are given it, wouldn't that just make the game more popular? Well, that's what I thought too, until I researched and found the data. Now, something that held back my theory was that Mojang has added things players have wanted for years, the Nether update and Caves and Cliffs. This disproves my theory, right? Wrong. Sure, while players did want this, none of it really felt like an ending, or something that needed to be topped per se. Mojang implemented these updates because they knew it wouldn't break anything. The reason this doesn't apply to the end? Well, the end is a barren dimension, meant for final progression. Completely overhauling it would require redefining the end game loop of Minecraft. If they make it too complex, they risk permanently fracturing the core survival loop. Oh, and guess what? This has happened in so many different games. One of these is Grow a Garden. If you didn't hear about this in 2025, you had to have been living under a rock. I mean, it hit 23 million concurrent users at once. This game had it all, but players weren't satisfied. You see, there was a tree in this game called a candy blossom. This was the best in the game, but most players didn't have it as it was limited time and was only around when the game was unpopular and hadn't gained traction. The creator of the game, Jandel, didn't want to bring back this extremely rare tree, so he came up with a better alternative, the bone blossoms. These were even better than the candy blossoms, and so many players had them. However, now that all the players had extremely good fruits, playing became irrelevant, and this was all because of an update that made players not yearn for anything else. This also happened with a less popular game on Roblox, yet one of my favorites, called Doors. I know, creative name, right? When the devs added a floor 2 that everyone had been asking for years, the game suddenly dropped in player counts, and no one wanted to play anymore. I even have a graph here that supports my data. All of this leads me to believe that Mojang will never add an end update to keep the game alive. But hey, only time will tell on whether Mojang adds an end update or not. But in the meantime, just enjoy what you have now. Enjoy the endless YouTube videos people make about Minecraft. Enjoy the nostalgia whenever you boot up a new world, because you never know when the game that changed the world will come crashing down.